So finally, we're going to create a kind of key sound where we press a single key and we get a chord out using the unison mode. Let's try a blend of a square saw, and let's try something from here. Let's try piano. Okay, let's create a little bit of movement here in Oscillator 1 wavetable mix. And this is routing to filter 1. Let's try a different filter type. Let's try Effecto. And we've got cutoff 1 being affected by envelope 3. Okay, let's now add in unison mode. Let's do 6 voices, but let's change this to a major 9 chord. Let's widen this out a little bit. Okay, sounded quite nice. Let's bring in a second oscillator. Let's try this in FM mode, and we want the same chord here, so major 9 chord. Bring up some extra voices. That sounded quite nice. Now, we've got to be careful with distortion on chords because it can get a little bit messy sounding because all of the notes generate their own extra harmonics and they don't always end up being related. It's a little bit there. Let's just add a little bit on the top there. What we could even do is use an envelope. Now we're going to do this with a very sharp decay. And let's route this to the shaper dry wet. And let's bring that down. So now we just have it on the attack. Let's bring up a bit of X comp. Let's try a little bit of reverb. Try a bit of delay. So now we've got more of a plucky kind of sound. And then what we could do is bring this to life a little bit more. So using the source, let's use mod 1. And we could route this to say effect dry wet of the reverb. Could also affect the delay dry wet as well. Let's bring those amounts up. And we've got a really nice sound. And I have to say, of all the plugins I've ever used, I find that Spire has the most precise attack to it I've ever heard. Listen to that, it's just so tight. The attack to the sound is really, especially with the X comp introduced, and anytime you use any kind of short envelope to do anything, it just has this very kind of crystalline, precise attack, which I think is really nice for certain applications. You know, it's a very precise sounding plugin, which if that's what you're going for, you know, it's fantastic. And there we have quite a nice single note chord sound, which has now become a kind of pluck, but if we open up the filter, it becomes more of a kind of organ sounding part. Really nice sounding. So hopefully that's given you some ideas on how you can use Spire within your own productions. And I really hope you've enjoyed me showing you this plugin. My name's Larry Holcomb, aka Get to Know, and I hope to have you back for another video series with Groove 3 in the future. Thanks a lot for watching.